Good morning, good morning, good morning. I just wanted to come in and do a review of Divorce Sistas Season 1, Episode 2, Old Flames, New Scars. When I did the first video, I didn't know that another episode had already dropped. So I am back to do the second episode. This episode starts where the first episode ended, where the young girl is apologizing to Rashida, asking her because she had just told her that she was sleeping with her husband. So she's still asking her if she apologized. She said she couldn't hold this in any longer. And she claimed that she thought that Rashida would hate her. So of course she's still asking if she forgives her. Um, Rashida told her she didn't hate her, but she asked her how long that the affair had been going on. She told her it was 3 months. It started on her birthday after service one day. She's saying that she had needed prayer and she had come to him to get prayer. He told her that they should go to his office. And evidently, according to her, she has just broken up with her boyfriend. So she was upset and said he kissed her. And of course, the girl apologized again. She said that she told her husband no, but he continued to kiss her and then made her perform oral on him. Y'all know they had me going because I thought, this stuff was true. They got the preacher out here doing the things or whatever, had me all riled up for no freaking reason. But anyway, she asked if she was mad. She told her no, and she was telling her that, they said they were having sex after choir rehearsal at the church. So Rashida takes her to his office, which is like across the hall. And of course, the girl said she didn't want to go in there. And Rashida was like, it's just going to be me and you. It's just going to be me and you. So while they were walking to the office, um, Bridget was standing outside and she let her know that no one was in there. So it was just going to be them. So once they get in there, they go to the desk. She asks her where in there that they were having sex. The girl points to the desk. Rashida then asks her again. It was after every choir rehearsal. The girl says yes. She asks why nobody came in on y'all, and they said Myron, who is Pastor Jeff's right-hand man, said he was standing outside of the door and made sure no one came in. So now, Rashida has sat down and she starts quoting scripture. She accuses the girl of lying because, me, I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, girl, you gonna, girl, because I was done because, I believed the girl. At least I did. But that just shows me that I need to just shut up and watch this all go show. But she was because I evidently, it's a lot of backstory that we don't know, and maybe we're gonna learn some more as the season progresses. But like I said, she starts quoting scripture. She accuses her of lying. She tells the girl that she has been watching her, and the girl threatens to get a lawyer. She tells her that she's trying to get money out of the church. And then she shows her the cameras that are, and shows her the cameras and tells her where cameras are in each of the rooms and stuff. So she proves that she knows that the girl is lying about having sex with her husband. Had me fooled because I thought the dang on thing was legit. I thought she was really out there banging with the preacher. But hey, next time I just shut up and watch the show. Anyway, from what I'm learning in this episode, this is not the first time this has happened. It has happened before. While she's talking to Bridget, Bridget was like, so that's another one. So yeah, it's another one. So evidently this has happened several times before. Bridget asks her if Pastor Jeff had confirmed that Franklin was coming to the banquet. As we know, Franklin is the friend Naomi's ex-husband that's now married to or is with a white lady. Anyway, we find out about some guy named Javon Holiday. He is looking for Geneva. We find out that he moved back, and evidently before they all were friends, and he and his wife that he had at the time are now divorced, and he has missed Geneva. It's been 6 years, and he's sitting there flirting with her. And evidently, he's a dude that she used to mess with before. And me, originally, when I was looking at it originally, before I found out a little more detail, I thought he was just somebody that she had dated prior to her husband, not knowing she actually cheated on her husband with this man. Didn't know that. And he's supposed to be a friend. You can't make this mess up. You cannot make this stuff up. I'm just like, well, I guess you can. Tyler Perry makes up all kind of stuff, right? Of course, she cheated on William with him. He cheated on his wife with her. And she lets him know that they cannot pick back up where they left off. She asks him to leave. Blase, blase, blase. Next, we're going to see where Rashida will call Tiffany while she is on her way home. Tiffany has stopped at Naomi's house, and of course, they still don't know whether or not Franklin is coming. Naomi asks what's going on with Geneva. Of course, we found out about the $37 million that Naomi got in her divorce. And of course, who is that? Tiffany got hurt in her divorce. And Naomi got the $37 million, but she's telling Naomi she came out good because in her divorce, Tiffany actually had to pay her husband alimony. So Naomi is talking about, well, he got a 25-year-old pregnant. We don't care. We don't care about none of that. Because if you and him are divorced, and in the divorce you won $37 million, baby, he would cease to exist in my mind. He would cease to exist. I would even be thinking about him, man, please. But she feel like he's baiting her, and Tiffany tells Naomi she needs to stop suing him for frivolous things. So Naomi asked Tiffany when was the last time she had sex. Of course, we don't really get an answer to that because it probably was 5-6 years ago. Whenever she had her divorce, did they ever say when Tiffany's divorce was finalized? I don't recall. Anyway, back at Rashida's house, she walks in and she speaks to her kids. Of course, the kids don't speak back. She has to make them speak. And she asks them, where's Geneva? Of course, Geneva is there waiting on her in the kitchen. They go upstairs. Geneva lets Rashida know that she thinks William is cheating. And Rashida is saying that she feels like Jeff is busy at the church and she's been pushed on the back burner. Rashida then asks Geneva if she's trying to catch William in something because of what she did with Mr. Javon. She also mentions that if she feels like she's trying to find something that'll make her feel better about what she did when she was cheating. But I don't know, because based off of what Geneva said, they said it was a one-time thing. I don't know. But anyway, she lets her know if you start looking for something, you just might find it. And then she tells her that Javon came to see her. We find out Bridget's boyfriend quit his job. The guy called Bridget because evidently she called in a favor to get him hired at this job, and he just upped and quit. He asked if he could go to the banquet with her. Of course, she doesn't want him to go. And well, she is giving not grown. It's really giving not grown because he's saying he's an artist and he doesn't want to feel tied down to different things, but he's quit several jobs. This isn't the first job he's quit. And then when he's trying to talk about going to this banquet with her, he's going down in the hamper to get a suit that hasn't been washed since the last time he wore it, and it's just in the hamper. It's giving no. It's giving no, baby girl. Bridget, you can do better. You can do better. You can do better, baby. But back at Naomi's house, the stylist arrives and she's asking Naomi if she likes her makeup. Of course, Naomi is really rude to them because when has Naomi has not been rude in the 2 episodes we have seen? All we know from Naomi is that she's a rude bi. She's a rude one. So based off of the energy she's giving, I hate to say it because I don't feel like no woman deserves to be cheated on, but it's given that you probably pushed this dude to do what he did. Now, I mean, you look cold, sister. And it's the fact that all of the friends feel like she's a bitch. So if your friends feel like you're a bitch, how's the man supposed to feel? But hey, I digress. We'll get to the point where we'll go back to Geneva's house. William comes home. He's talking to his daughter. You know, him and his daughter they're very close. He's very attentive to her. Evidently, he spends a lot more time with her than Geneva does. And he's talking to the daughter, and he's trying to talk to Geneva. Geneva is giving him the energy of she don't want to be bothered, based off of what she heard from her 5-year-old daughter. Now, mind you, you've cheated on this man in the past that he doesn't know about, and the baby has told you that she heard the daddy tell the pretty lady, damn, you so fine, or whatever. So instead of you asking him what took place or what was what, you give him this energy of it's nothing wrong with you, like he can read your mind. He cannot read your mind. And so now he's confused because he feels the vibes, because he's trying to find out whether or not he's done something wrong, because he's like, it's not your birthday, it's not a holiday, it's not our anniversary, do what's wrong. And you sitting up here drinking wine saying nothing. So when you go take a shower, then I'll come in and take a bath or whatever, as if y'all can't go in the bathroom together. Y'all are married. Y'all been married for however many years. Come on, it's plenty of times you done been in the bathroom at the same time he is. You barely actually, you didn't kiss him because you turned your face to the side. But you giving him all this energy that he doesn't know what's going on, because he came in like real excited to see his wife or whatever. But there's that. And so after that, we'll go back to Rashida and Jeff. They're arguing about, the conversation at the church, and the kids over here, they come downstairs. They're talking to their parents saying, y'all only, act like y'all got sense when you're in front of the congregation or in front of the church. So you're putting on this front in front of the church so you can act like, y'all are this beautiful couple or whatever, but behind closed doors, y'all act like y'all can't stand each other. And it's some deep-seated issues, some deep-rooted issues going on there, and what they are, we do not know. Hopefully, as the season progresses, we'll get a backstory as to what is really going on in this marriage. And I really want to see why they both are the way they are. I really do. I really want to see what's going to happen with that. The last scene that we'll see is when we go back to Geneva and William's house. And William has invited Javon to their house. Of course, they're all supposedly friends, and William is in the dark. He doesn't know that Geneva and Javon have had sex. He doesn't know that. So he's just thinking he's just inviting his friends to the banquet with them. And of course, the nanny brings the daughter down, and she wants her dad to put her to bed. So he goes to put his daughter to bed, tuck her in, whatever the case may be. And when he walks off, of course, he leaves Geneva and Javon in the room together. And he was talking about how, beautiful Anika was and how he liked the name. And how, and of course, we find out that Geneva named her Anika and William wanted to name her something else. Either way it go. Once they left the room, William turns to Geneva and asks the question of, is she his daughter? My thing is, if y'all only had sex one time, so y'all only cheated one time, right? Supposedly you all only cheated one time. Why is it that you automatically assume that this daughter would be yours? Because she was going through IVF with her husband. Why the first thought that comes through your mind is she mine? Why would she have to be yours if y'all only did it once? Why would she have to be yours? Why? Or was it a one-time thing, or was it, I don't know. I know what I'm thinking, but I can't, voice what I'm saying. So it's just, I'm trying to understand what makes him think she's automatically his. So when the two of you had sex, knowing both of you were married, y'all telling me y'all didn't use protection? So everybody commingling all their bodily fluids with everybody. So I don't get it. I don't get it. Is it because the girl is 5 and y'all was messing around 6 years ago? So the assumption is she mine? There may be a possibility. I don't know. I hope it is not, because we all can see, if you've been watching the show, you can see how much William loves his daughter. So I really hope that that's not something they pull into play. I hope that gets cleared up really soon, because I feel like that's going to cause a whole lot of hoopla. And I really hope Geneva doesn't tiptoe back into Mr. Javon's bed. It's looking like that's going to happen in my eyes, but who am I? I'm just watching the show. But I am interested in seeing how the show is going to progress. So that will be it for this review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please share the video. Let me know what you guys think about this show. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.